Hello everyone, my name is Widyastuti and you can call me Kali. In this video, I will be giving you a book review about The Happy Prince's Tale. The book is written by Oscar Wilde. It is a fiction book published in 1888, precisely at May, and there are two main characters in this story. It is the happy prince and the shallow bird that helps him. Once upon a time, there was a very happy prince. He would not cry for anything and he would not get sad. He made his castle wall really tall. The reason for it was to never encounter bad things or the things that would make him sad. He always wanted to smile and he could not stand crying. His people would envy him and they wanted to be like him. Until one day, the prince died and they immediately made his statue to honor him. The statue was located in the highest spot in the city and were made out of gold. The happy prince's eyes were made out of sapphire and the sword's buckle was ruby. The happy prince was surprised by what he saw in his new spot. He did not see in the high walls in his city. People were not happy like him. On the contrary, everyone was suffering and in distress. When he was crying, a swallow bird lands on his legs. Because it is migration time, the birds were about to leave, but a teardrop lands on its head. He started to explain to the bird. He tells about a family in somewhere in the city. In a house far away, the mother and her child was in misery. The child is in bed and has a high fever. The prince tells the bird to give one of his ruby eye. The bird could not migrate for that reason that night. It was the next day and the prince saw a sturgeon. The sturgeon could not find a fuel because he could not afford it, and so he could not work his homework. Seeing this, the prince tells the bird to take his other ruby eye and to give it to the sturgeon. The bird did what he was told again. The swallow wanted to migrate, but he could not because he wanted to help the prince too. There was no longer a worthy thing in prince. Meanwhile, the bird was having a hard time because of the cold. It has to leave this cold city as soon as possible, but the swallow bird still wanted to help the happy prince. In the morning, under the happy prince's feet, the swallow bird had frozen to death. The statue is now a worthless stone. Municipal congressman sees this and decides to take out the statue and melt the gold. Money from this was going to help the mayor to build a new statue of the new mayor. They melted the statue, but there is a lead heart left which was tallest. This heart was left where the body of the swallow was located. God said to angels to bring two invaluable things from earth. The angels bring the body of the swallow and the indestructible lead heart of the prince. This book is very interesting to read and I would really suggest you to read it. I would give 5 out of 5 of rating for the book. I think that the most interesting character in the story is the swallow bird because of how similar he is to how a human character is supposed to be. Although he is at first a bit reluctant to help the happy prince because he needed to migrate as soon as possible, but after he started helping the happy prince, he had come to love the happy prince's kindness. Alright, I think that will be all about my short book review video. Thank you for watching and I hope you learned something from it.